Back here on the Rich Eisen Show, getting set for what appears to be his first full season as a starting quarterback in the National Football League, Desmond Ridder. How are you, Desmond?
I'm doing well. How are you?
How's life?
Oh, it's great down here in this Miami heat.
Okay. Is that where you are right now?
Yeah, we're down here. Just wrapped up practice with the Dolphins, so I'm about to get back to the hotel and watch the film.
Can you walk me through what it is like, the difference between practicing against your own teammates and having what appears to be, I'd imagine, your first practice, your first session against an actual opponent, Desmond?
Yeah, sometimes, depending on, what type defense they run or what it might be, sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's slower. You go against your defense, the guys, for so long throughout OTAs, throughout training camp, that, everything starts to get faster. The D-line knows your cadence. D-line knows the tempo of it. And so, things speeding up a little bit. And then you come out here and it's like, man, the corners aren't playing press. The receivers had a little bit of room to breathe before they get off the ball. So sometimes it makes it a little easier, but it's also, just as competitive and just as fun to be out here.
And so what from year one did you take away and say to yourself, whether it was in a moment in time, just where you're by yourself, behind the wheel of a car, just thinking about things, saying, I am going to do this when I get back on the field next season? What is the this that you have corrected, fixed, or focused on, Desmond?
Yeah, for me, I really feel like it's just going out and just, proving everyone wrong, just still having that chip on my shoulder, who I've been since, coming out of high school. And so for me, not much has changed. Just going out, working every single day, worked every day in the off season, just to, be the best player and best teammate that I can be when time comes.
So what about the wrong? What's the wrong that you want to prove in your mind?
Yeah, obviously, just saying that I'm not who I am. Just going out there and just proving to everyone that, I'm able to be out here and play with the best and be out here and go out here and lead a team to a Super Bowl and bigger and better things.
So you think there is a large contingent of folks who believe you don't have what it takes to be a starting successful quarterback in the NFL, Desmond?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be your haters. There's always going to be your people who are there for you. But at the end of the day, you don't really let anything affect you. You just put your head down and go to work.
Okay. I'm not in the hater group, right, Desmond? You know that, right?
Yeah, it's all good. I got you.
No, I'm serious. Like, this is not your first rodeo here. We chatted with you. Okay. I just want to make sure you understand. There's no haterade here. We don't spray that stuff around here.
You'll be on the good side of it.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure because you're set up, right? I mean, you've got a head coach that clearly, and an organization that clearly saw something in you and is giving you this opportunity. And I think where some of the haters, if you will, may be residing is, Atlanta was a spot so many folks were saying Lamar Jackson should be, that he'd be a perfect fit there. That's what your Atlanta should have gone for. Were you hearing that conversation throughout the spring, Desmond?
Yeah, obviously, it's the century of, new age technology. So, you see everything that goes on and hear everything. But like I said before, for me, it was just about, going in every single day. I ended the season as a starter, so, I wanted to go into the season as a starter. So for me, it was just about going in every single day, putting your head down, not worrying about, what's going on in the outside world and just controlling what you can control.
And did you ever reach out to management, or did management ever reach out to you saying pay no attention to that sort of thing, or you just let it ride, Desmond?
Yeah, I wasn't. They definitely have reached out to me. I was not the ones who have reached out. But,
right.
Yeah, for me, like I said, at the end of the day, whether they brought someone in or didn't bring someone in, I was still going to put my head down and grind every single day.
So they did reach out to you during that process and say pay no mind to that?
Yeah, throughout the off season, they were just letting me know that they want me to be their guy, and we're gonna go out and work.
What did that mean to you?
For me, it meant everything. It meant that obviously, one, that they had drafted me for a reason and a true reason, and two, that they had seen the work that I put in over the course of last season, being a backup, and just putting in the work every single day, and knew that I had the intangibles and everything to do to go out there and lead a team.
Desmond Ridder here on the Rich Eisen Show from the Atlanta Falcons. Your head coach, Arthur Smith, said he liked your decision-making over the last 2 days. What do you think he meant by that, Desmond?
Yeah, just being smart with the ball. Not trying to force anything. Just take what's given. There's obviously a couple plays where, you could be better at and you can go back and learn from. But at the end of the day, keeping the ball out of the defensive hands and keeping the ball moving forward.
And so, what are your goals for the year? Are you a goal writer downer, or I don't know, that's a terrible way to put it. Do you write down your goals somewhere? Do you put on a whiteboard anywhere, on your mirror, and post-it notes or anything like that?
Yeah.
What do you do?
No, my goal for this year is, for this team to win. For this team to be bigger and better than we've ever been. And with that comes, obviously I saw from the Cincinnati level. With that comes, your individual goals, your individual accolades. Because when a team succeeds, an individual succeeds. So, we're not really worried about, individual success rather than our team success.
What's your relationship with Heinicke like, Desmond?
Oh, we have a great relationship. Being able to go play golf together, in the off season, be able to hang out, come over to the house. He sees my little daughter, and I go over see his little dog and everything. So, we got a great relationship.
Well, listen, Desmond, look, I feel my dogs. I've got two beautiful rescue Goldens. One's a white Golden, one's an actual Golden, and I think I feel like they're my children, but we all understand, right? I mean, you've got the human in your house, right?
Yeah, I got the human and two of them, two little dogs. So, I got about what you want to call 1.5 humans, something like that.
Oh no! I'm with you. But how old's your daughter again?
She turned 2 in April.
How are you balancing that?
I have a great wife.
Okay.
Let's just keep it at that.
What's her name, Desmond?
Claire.
Okay. And your daughter's name is?
And my daughter's name is Leighton.
Okay, so Claire and Leighton are the women behind Desmond Ridder, is basically what you're saying. Okay.
Yes, sir. Those are the ones who keep it going.
Okay, and then Taylor Heinicke, when you're playing golf with him, who's better?
Taylor. Taylor's definitely got me. He's definitely had a couple more off seasons to be able to get the swing down pat.
Okay, I got it. All right, so what's your handicap?
This year I finished at a 16.
Okay, listen, that's not elite quarterback. That's not starting quarterback, Desmond. I understand.
No, I know. I've been told I'm working on it.
I understand. Again, you have to focus on the actual quarterbacking part of it, but outside of that, we got to work on that. I'll be very honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure to come for you to pay for some lessons.
No, I'm definitely not the guy to come to for that. 1,000,000%. You don't need me. You don't need me to help you with the golf swing. So is Heinicke taking you to a Bert Kreischer concert, or the 2-year-old at home? It's tough to get to a Bert.
No, it's definitely tough to get to those on the weekends for sure. Okay. But no, he's told us about some of his Bert moments that he's had with them. So maybe one day he'll introduce us soon.
Okay, well, good. I got two guys in studio. You've had Bert moments with Taylor Heinicke, right?
Yeah, we were shirtless backstage with Taylor and Bert before.
So those are the guys to get tips from, not me. Okay, Desmond, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And so let's talk about your coach a little bit. What is Arthur's? Can you give me an idea of what Arthur Smith says to you and when you hear from him and what you hear from him to get you ready for the first full season starting in the NFL, Desmond?
Yeah, I mean, we would talk very frequently, going through OTAs and everything, and then, just make sure that, obviously one's good with the offense, but, like I say, he's a very personable coach too, asking about the family, just how everyone's doing, just making sure everything's okay. But then, like I've told multiple people, once we get in the building and we talk about ball, he's one of the smartest guys that I've ever talked to about it. So, he keeps me on my toes and, pushes me to be the best quarterback I can be.
Can you give me a good example of the smarts, Desmond? What do you got for me?
I mean, yeah, it's partly his offense, but him just being able to damn near, read off every play off the call sheet, without even looking at it, at a quick glance, that's pretty impressive. And
so does that give you a sense of, boy, you need to get there? Is that what you're saying? You need to get to that
100%.
point?
I would say I'm about 65% of there, being able to do that. But obviously, when he's at 100, you're at 65, you still got room to go.
Of course. So how do you do that? What do you spend time when you're not being a dad or a husband or a quarterback, just like staring at it?
They know that when I get home, and they usually got about an hour to me, and then Daddy's going back to work. So whether it's just writing down the plays and drawing them and going over and over and over again, and then also getting on the voice recording app and just saying those plays and just reading them back and forth to yourself, and listening to them, and going in the car on a 15-minute car ride and instead of listening to music on your phone, you're listening to play calls and just saying them back. So, that's what's worked for me. And so just keep continuing to stack the learning and keep it going.
So if I asked you what you listen to in the car, it's not any sort of music. It's the playbook, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the play calls.
Huh.
Yeah, there's no really need to waste your time sometimes rather than just get it in.
Okay, so then and everyone at home knows, okay, Dad comes home, Blues Clues for an hour, and then getting a clue for the rest of the day is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, that's basically how it goes. Sometimes that's the life of the quarterback, at least through August through February.
And I saw you that Matt Ryan was there recently. Did you pick his brain in any way, shape, or form, Desmond?
Yeah, we talked for a little bit. Just talked about what life was going to be like. And he was just out there, having a good time, being able to come back. Told us that we would connect at a better day, better time. But yeah, it was great for him to come back. Great for him to see everyone, meet everyone. And just obviously, be in this presence of someone who's, built a culture here.
What do you mean by what life is going to be like, Desmond? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, obviously, you talk about it physically, you talk about it mentally, but, being able to start as a starting quarterback for 17 games plus, it's just talking about how it takes a toll on you physically, how it takes a toll on you, mentally, emotionally. That was just a couple of things we talked about.
A few minutes left with Desmond Ridder, Falcons quarterback here on the Rich Eisen Show. What is it like throwing to Kyle Pitts as a target, sir? What do you got for me there?
Yeah, definitely makes my job a lot easier. Him just being able to get in space, being able to, use his body and also use his speed and his length to be able to make a play. It's something that, is almost once in a lifetime.
And your first impressions of Bijan Robinson are? What do you got?
He's going to be a great running back in this league.
I saw he's out there on the field when it's all over. He's the one out. He's staying out there, Desmond. I saw that video. I saw.
Yeah,
what's that?
He's a hard worker and he's true and he's honest and he's one of the most humble person that I've been around.
Yeah, I had Steve Sarkisian of Texas on the show, and I said, "What do teams ask you about him during the draft process?" And he said they asked me the same question I asked him, like, "Are you for real? Are you actually for real?" Is basically what the question is.
Yeah, and that answer can be answered with yes every single day.
He is for real, like person, human, football player.
Person, human, football player. Check, check, check.
Okay. And when you check down, he's there. And when you need him in the slot, he's there. Is he going to play everywhere? I don't want to give away the full playbook here, but is he going to be everywhere, Desmond?
He's a person that if you put him at kicker, he's probably going to be able to kick the ball.
Okay. Give me your favorite Sauce Gardner story before I let you go. Give it to me.
Oh,
what do you got?
Man, there's a lot of recently it's just pretty funny seeing him give the chain to Aaron there.
Mm-hmm.
Gave him a little sauce, his swag that Aaron's already got. But nah, there's so many that it's hard.
So did you call him Sauce all to begin with, or Ahmad, or
no? Definitely not to begin with. It was definitely later in his second year where I started calling him Sauce. But yeah, all the younger guys and whatever were all over. I'm calling him Sauce, but no, I kept it Ahmad for a little while.
Okay, and when did it become Sauce? Do you remember the moment it went from Ahmad to Sauce, Desmond?
There was the UCF game his rookie year, his first year. That was one of the moments where I was like, okay, this kid's got some sauce to him. That was the first time I kind of, used his name and that person in the same sentence. And then, it wasn't until, we get into the next year's camp properly. Then, he kind of gained the respect, gained, what he had. So I would say it's probably that second year camp.
Okay. Now, last one for you for real. Desmond Ridder, you're a straight shooter. You're a guy who can't tell a lie. You're a good dude. And this is my big wind-up for saying I need an honest answer, like for real, like straight butter for an answer here, Desmond Ridder.
Oh.
The evaluation of Arthur Smith's new mustache is what? Desmond Ridder.
No comment about Desmond Ridder.
Oh! What?
Okay. No comment. Do we read into no comment, Desmond?
No, you just leave no comment with the quotes.
Okay. Now, and then let me ask a follow-up. When he started talking to you for the first time with that mustache, was it difficult to pay attention at first?
Oh no, definitely difficult to pay attention. It's definitely one thing that you notice, but
Wow.
yeah.
Look at that thing. That is impressive. Okay. Well, you tell him I said hello, and that question is coming for him when he comes on this program, if you don't mind, Desmond.
Hey, will do. That sounds good.
All right. You take care of yourself, Desmond Ridder. I appreciate the time. Good luck to you. No haterade spray here. You understand that?
That's all good, Rich.
Okay. We'll chat down the line. Enjoy time with your family and then footballing. Thanks for the call.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
That's Desmond Ridder, everybody, the Atlanta Falcons. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.